How can you hot reload Node.js code while debugging? Imagine making a change to your code and instantly seeing the effect without stopping and restarting your server. That's what hot reloading is all about. It saves you time and keeps your workflow smooth. When you are debugging Node.js applications, it can be tricky to see your updates live. But with the right tools, you can make your debugging process much more efficient. The most common way to do this is by using a tool called Nodemon. Nodemon watches your source files for any changes. When it detects a modification, it automatically restarts your Node.js process. This means you don't have to manually stop and start your server every time you change something. It's like having an assistant that keeps your app fresh and ready for testing. To set this up, first install Nodemon as a development dependency in your project. You can do this by running the command npm install savedev nodemon or yarn add nodemon. Once installed, you start your app with debugging enabled by using the inspect or inspect_brk flag. For example, you can run nodemon server.js. This command starts your application with debugging turned on and Nodemon watching for file changes. Next, you need to attach your debugger to the Node.js process. If you are using an editor like Visual Studio Code, create a launch configuration that attaches to the process on the default debug port, which is 90 to 29. Make sure to set the restart property to true so that your debugger automatically reattaches after Nodemon restarts the app. In Visual Studio Code, your configuration might look like this. Name attached to node. Type node. Request attach. Port 90 to 29. Restart true. When you run this setup, your code changes will trigger Nodemon to restart the server, and your debugger will reattach seamlessly. This allows you to set breakpoints, inspect variables, and step through code as if nothing has changed. If you are using TypeScript or Babel, make sure to enable source maps so your breakpoints match your original source files. If your application runs inside a Docker container, you can still use this method. Just expose the debug port and mount your source code as a volume. Inside the container, run Nodemon with the same flags and connect your debugger to the exposed port. Using this approach, you get the best of both worlds: automatic restarts on code changes and real-time debugging. It speeds up your bug-fixing process and makes your development experience much smoother. Whether you are working on simple scripts or complex applications, hot reloading during debugging can save you a lot of time and frustration.